Hey Confirmation Crew, it's Christina Albrecht and I'm the Director of Student Ministries here at Trinity Church. It's crazy to believe that one of the last times we were able to gather together was our confirmation retreat. That happened just about 2 weeks before everything started to close, and a lot has happened since then. And oddly enough, how to do confirmation during a pandemic wasn't in our curriculum that we had written for this. But we still want this to be a meaningful journey and a meaningful experience for you guys. And so while it looks a lot different than we originally planned, we're trying to move forward the best that we can. And so if you weren't able to join us last week for whatever reason for our outdoor confirmation meeting, that is totally okay. That's why we created these videos for you guys. So I wanted to start by sharing with you one of my favorite passages in the Bible. It's Romans 8, verses 15 through 17. And while I don't normally use this translation, the Message version is my absolute favorite for this passage. So, it says, "This resurrection life you received from God is not a timid, grave-tending life. It's adventurously expectant, greeting God with a childlike, 'What's next, Papa?' And God's Spirit touches our spirits and confirms who we really are. We know who He is, and we know who we are, Father and children. And we know that we're going to get what's coming to us, an unbelievable inheritance. And so we go through exactly what Christ goes through. If we go through the hard times with Him, we're going to certainly get through the good times with Him. So let's break this down a little bit. In the beginning, it says, "This resurrection life you received from God is not a timid, grave-tending life." So to me, what this is saying is that God didn't want life to be boring for us. He didn't want us to be timid. He didn't want us to just kind of skate by. He wanted this to be a really exciting life for us. And then it says, it's adventurously expectant, greeting God with a childlike, "What's next?" And so as kids, we always want to know what the next thing we're doing is. During our small family 4th of July gathering, my 7-year-old nephew decided to start a water fight with everyone. And even though he was laughing and loving every minute of it, he still was asking what we were going to do next. And of course, all we could really say at that point is, "We all need to dry off because you chased us with the garden hose." But this kind of energy is exactly what I imagine when reading this verse. Continues on to say that God's Spirit touches our spirits and confirms who we really are. We know who He is, and we know who we are, Father and children. And so God created each and every one of us different, right? We talked about this during our retreat weekend. But He has a different plan for each and every one of us. And when we go to Him, He'll let us know what those plans are and who He wants us to be. Goes on to say, and we know we are going to get what's coming to us, an unbelievable inheritance. Talking about heaven. Heard it's pretty cool there. Just saying. But this is the last part though. It says we go through exactly what Christ goes through. If we go through the hard times with Him, then we're certainly going to get through the good times with Him. I think it's safe to say that 2020 isn't going how anyone hoped it would or planned that it would. And it seems like a lot of us are all ready to just move into 2021. But God is still with us. Even though 2020 isn't the exact same kind of pain that Christ went through on a cross, it's still painful. It's been filled with Australian wildfires, coronavirus, scary murder hornets, social injustice, loss of loved ones. And while that's all terrible, it's also involved a lot of good. It's involved neighbors helping neighbors, healthcare workers and grocery store workers being fully appreciated, fun, creative ways to use technology like this. It's helped us learn how to slow down. I know it's helped me learn to have a little bit more patience. There has been light in all this darkness. And so we need more of these good moments. And as I'm filming this, it's currently 90 degrees outside. So it's pretty ironic that the last time we were supposed to do this activity, it was canceled because of snow. But anyway, In a few short moments, I'll explain or share some examples with you all of random acts of kindness that you can go and do in your communities. Take pictures of some of the ones that you do and send it into me, and we'll count it towards your service requirements for our confirmation journey. Feel free to even get creative and add your own in it too. So some examples you can do is to give a stranger a Starbucks gift card or pay for their drink. You could give someone a compliment. Find someone walking their dog and give them a bag of treats. I'm real excited about this one, by the way. Could give some flowers to someone, take laundry pods to a laundromat, leave quarters at a vending machine, write an encouraging note and give it to a stranger, write a positive message in sidewalk chalk, pick up some trash, ask a stranger how you could pray for them, give a drink to a delivery or maintenance worker, take baked goods to a police station or fire station. And these are just a few ways that we can shine light and share God's love with others, even during challenging times in a pandemic. And so if you have any questions, or maybe you thought of your own random act of kindness that you really want to share, or maybe you just want to chat, feel free to reach out. If you don't have my contact information or your small group leader's contact information, you can just drop a comment below and we'll reach out to you. But we love you and we miss you, and we look forward to catching up with you soon. Have a great week.